Albert Payson Terhun lived in New Jersey, USA in the first half of the 20th century and was a writer and journalist, but he was mainly famous as a dog breeder, collie breeder, and author of short stories about dogs. Terkhun worked as a reporter for the Evening World for several years, but he did not like the profession of a journalist and he paid more and more attention to his beloved dogs. Eventually, he became the owner of a large collie kennel, Sunnybank, which quickly became one of the most famous in the USA. Despite his passion for collies, Terkhun's favorite dog for many years was a large cross between a collie and a bull terrier named Rex. Rex had a jagged scar on his forehead, which added to his brutality, and Rex himself was a very good guard dog. He barked at every guest who entered the house, but, being well-trained, he did not attack people. And when Terhun worked at his desk, Rex humbly lay at his feet. But in March 1916, a tragic event occurred. Rex and Lad, an elderly collie who was once the alpha leader in their group, got into a fight. Hearing an angry and wild dog growling on the street, Terhun jumped out of the house and began shouting at the dogs to separate them. However, this did not help. And then the unheard of happened. Rex, heated up by the fight, rushed at his owner with a growl, and Terkhun had no choice but to defend himself from his pet with the help of a hunting knife, which he happened to have with him. Terkhun inflicted a mortal wound on Rex and the dog died. By this time, Lad had been seriously injured by Rex, but later he managed to recover from his wounds. Many months passed, and one of Terhun's old friends, Henry Healy, came to visit. He knew that Rex was Terhun's favorite and had seen the dog many times before, but he knew nothing about his death. Healy stayed with Terhun for some time, and when he left, when he said goodbye to Terhun, he noted that he was amazed by the devotion of his dog, seeing how Rex had recently been lying humbly at his master's feet. To this, Terhun said with amazement that Rex had died a year and a half ago, and Healy could not bear to see him. Now it was Healy's turn to be shocked, and he began to assure that it was Rex he had seen, and that he could not possibly have confused him with any other dog. A few more weeks passed, and Terhun's friend, Bishop Appleton Grannis, came to visit him. The two of them visited the collie kennel, admired the beautiful dogs, and then went into the living room to have lunch. At one point, Grannis asked if all the dogs in the kennel were collies, and Terhun said yes. He didn't keep any other breeds. In response, Grannis said that he had seen a large dog with a scar on his forehead from the street in his window, and that the dog didn't look much like a collie. Terhun understood from the very first words that Grannis was talking to him about the late Rex, but he could not believe that the like could see a ghost dog. Therefore, he began to categorically deny that such a dog lived in his house and made an assumption that the like was imagining it. But later, Terhun nevertheless believed that the ghost of Rex was coming to him. One of his new favorites, a collie named Bruce, categorically refused to sit in the place on the carpet that was Rex's favorite place. It was on this place that Rex lay when Terkhun worked at his desk. And this happened not just once, but constantly. As soon as Bruce entered this room, he diligently avoided the indicated place, as if he saw Rex there all the time. Unfortunately, neither the mansion nor Terkhun's kennel have survived to this day. There is now a park on this site. In the park, you can stumble upon the old graves of Lad, Bruce, and other collies, but Rex's grave is not there. There is nothing supernatural in these seemingly incredible events. When our pet dies, its soul still wanders around the house. You can hear the sounds that your pet made every day. These are the sounds of stamping paws, scratching claws on the floor and in the rooms, or the sound of a collar. These phenomena indicate the soul of a dog that wants to say hello, so it comes to its home. And this house is no longer threatened by troubles, demons, and other evil forces cannot live in such a house. Dogs need a person, both during life and after it, because they love their owners. For this reason, they come only to their home. You can often feel their presence. This is the connection that dogs maintain with the owner both during life and after death. Sometimes dogs even become guardian angels for their owners and all family members. The soul of the dog in this case does not go to heaven, but remains next to the owner. This happens if the mental connection between a person and his dog during its life was very strong. In this case, the angel dog stays with the owner until his death, and they go to heaven together. This may seem like fantasy, a fairy tale, but people's testimonies on this matter, which have become publicly available, confirm my words. The owner of the angel dog can even see it. It looks like a ghostly silver cloud in the shape of a dog. After all, our pets do not just come into our lives. They teach us something, each in their own way. They love us much more than we love them. They allow us to relax and be ourselves. They love us simply because we exist. You need to give your love selflessly from the bottom of your heart, and our pets are a wonderful example of this. So Rex became a guardian angel for his owner. And there are many such cases, just not all of them become known to the general public.